There we go, and we're not live, but we are recording now. This is the first non-live episode of the Quadra Quadcast. I believe we are on episode 9? I want to say 9. I should probably bring it up to confirm that, but thank you very much for joining with my buddy Luke Renda here.
Hello.
We go way back, me and Luke. I don't even know where we first met. I think it was at a meadow party.
I think it was we worked at the inn together.
No, I think we knew each other before the inn. It was a party in town.
We met in a party in town when you were a pizza
come
delivery guy.
Come forward too, yeah.
That's right.
The pizza delivery guy, and you were at the party when Mr. Owen Vig ripped me off.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
I remember didn't they take your license plates off?
Oh no, it wasn't that. It was that you were at that party. There were 2 parties that night. It was like a New Year's night. Owen was having a party, and I delivered a pizza there, and he ended up fucking.
I think it was the same one.
Yeah, and ended up he gave me the $100 bill, and I gave him the $100 bill and change back. And then I totally fucked up, and he was like, "Fuck this guy, I'm getting free pizza out of it." You fucking dick.
Yeah, someone ripped your plates off, and I remember looking for them with some punk rocker out there, and we were looking around in the snow. And
yeah, I remember. And then after that, I went to the party like down the road kind of thing, and it was my truck got smashed, and they took my license plates off, threw them into the snow, smashed my taillights, smashed my window in the back, smashed my speakers out. Didn't take anything. It was like a fucking nut job, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The Cortez kid's house. Freya's brother.
Yeah, exactly. What's his name?
Dad. What's his name? Anyway.
Yeah. Fuck, that was hilarious. Alen.
Yeah.
Alen's place.
Yeah, that was the first time I met you.
Yeah.
And I think at Harry Bay Inn, we were like the lone wolves.
Yeah.
We joined forces.
Yeah. Working at the Hippie probably fucking 10 plus years ago or something.
Oh, it would have been 15 years ago.
Come up closer because that mic is that mic is shit. There you go.
Okay,
yeah. So yeah, I think it was probably 10 years ago that we
way more than that
worked at the Hib.
Like
I want to see what episode.
17 years ago, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably actually. Yeah. 32. 15. No, it wasn't that long because I would have been
15 years ago.
Yeah, I would have been 18
like 20,
probably.
Maybe.
Yeah.
20,
Well, how old are you?
35.
35. So I'm 33. You got 2 years. You would have been 20. I would have been 18.
15 years, buddy.
Yeah. Wow. Who was the chef then? That was it was Jesse, wasn't it?
Jesse, yeah.
Jesse. That was hilarious. We had Al Brown in there.
There was
Grayson, Mickey.
Grayson and Mickey when they were like 13.
Yeah, Mickey washing dish.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That's when I first became friends with those little guys too.
So we are on officially. I wanted to see episode 7, episode 8. Oh, I didn't put.
Barb Mendel you had on here.
Yeah.
That must have been a good one.
That was a good one.
Check it out.
Yeah, I had a little bit of an audio issue there, but
Okay.
it's up. So I guess that I didn't title it though. So that would have been episode 8. We're on episode 9 now. So
9, good.
yeah, pretty
good number.
Pretty stoked, bro. Yeah. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
I had to leave Liam's birthday, but
Leaving the kids'
it's
birthday.
okay. I'm sure he didn't notice.
Little Liam, I
Yeah.
didn't notice. That's fun. Whose kid is that? Tracy's kid? No, whose kid is that? Tracy's? Yeah.
Brad.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, we were just talking before we got live. There, we're talking. We got a baby coming up here, and we're talking about birth plans, and I gotta get. Well, we did do the birth plan. I know some people do. Talking with my sister, she's like, I didn't do a fucking birth plan. I was like, crazy, right? But.
So because you know what you want, because it's hard to remember.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
Paying attention, you're stressed. Everyone's stressed.
Yeah, and I was, we did a little class in town. It was like a prenatal thing or whatever, and I didn't know fucking anything in the class, basically, right? It was like, whoa. But it's really interesting to see how far they have really come because, ladies were given birth in tents, are still given birth in tents in the desert with nothing.
Yeah.
Right? So, here we have.
This baby was born in a cave.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of like, pretty stoked that we have this crazy medical system to fall back on. But even with the whole given scenario we have around us, we know how vulnerable it is, right? So crazy times.
You need to go to a hospital in case of an emergency. You could give birth at home,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice to know that there are hospitals there.
Yeah, well, basically our plan is we're gonna go over to my mom's place in town, and because she's like, a 2-minute drive from the hospital, so
Right,
we'll have
yeah.
like a couple of days there or whatever. We're gonna have to watch like the given scenario if like the hospital's overrun with sick people. Probably not the best time to go give birth in the hospital. Maybe you just do the home birth thing in the, in the nice, mom's house kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? And you
Get some candles. It's more relaxing.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
a bunch of-
we got the shout out to Tara Lee, the friggin' midwife there. Apparently she's delivered like
Oh,
3,000 babies or
Yeah,
something. I was
cool.
like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the nurses when we had our kid, they were all pretty good, and
You guys went to
we
the
just
hospital,
went to the hospital.
and
We stayed at a hotel for like 4 hours because we had to get the last ferry over.
oh,
but
okay.
you gotta wait until things
Yeah.
are coming. But we had Sonia doing the doulaing, so
Oh,
she
nice.
was there to help too. So
Yeah, I just heard that she does the
was
doula thing.
good,
I didn't
too.
even know about that.
takes more work off of you. She's there like rubbing the back. And
Yeah.
Also, like, you should drink some water. Like,
Yeah,
that's the
you're
first
like,
thing with my first kid. I'm like doing all this shit, and I was like, I haven't eaten or taken a sip of water in like
Yeah,
hours. And like,
yeah.
even Sarah was like giving birth, like, you should take a sip of this.
Yeah.
And you look pale.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's a whole ordeal. That's cool. I'm happy for you guys.
Yeah, thanks, bro. It's a whole nother era of time. Looking back, I was never one of the people that was really wanting to have a kid. A lot of people growing up, they do. They're like, oh, I can't wait to have a kid. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really one of those people, but seeing it all progress, it's a super exciting thing or whatever, right? And yeah, it's pretty neat just learning all of these new things too, right? That I didn't, wasn't even aware of,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's the whole cycle. Now you're a kind of a teacher to another kid, and then that's going to help you learn. And
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of how things go.
Well, exactly. Even coming back to glass blowing, just like teaching glass blowing sure makes you become a better glass blower.
Exactly.
Right? So, teaching someone is probably going to make you become a better person or whatever. So.
Yeah, and that's what you got to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Learning never stops.
Yeah. No, we're always.
Lots of people are just over learning.
Yeah. We're always learning. Well, we're so smart as humans, and that's something that I was saying this morning. I have a lot of faith in humanity and the smart people out there. We have geniuses that are working on these problems that come up, and it's pretty dope to think that we have these super genius humans that are trying to tackle a lot of these problems that come up in life or whatever, and some of them can't or whatever, right? And you're scrambling, but I definitely have a lot of trust in the smart humans. I know there are a lot of good ones out there.
Humans can do anything.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're so powerful.
Get the fuck out of these people's way. It's always been these maverick geniuses out there that have changed history, not a mass of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's never the mass of people. It's always these maverick geniuses out there, and that mostly were ridiculed their whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about the guy the Goodyear tire, Mr. Goodyear. Everyone in his town thought he was a nut. He's boiling rubber and he's doing all these tests with rubber. They're just like, this guy's a complete nut. You could drive like 1,000 miles on a tire before having to change it, maybe not even.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's son died. No one in the town would help him bury his son.
Whoa.
He carried his own son into the woods and buried him by himself.
Jesus.
And this guy changed the fucking lives of everyone on this planet by coming up with vulcanized rubber.
Wow,
So
hey?
Goodyear, everyone's
Shout
calling
out.
him a nut,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now this guy changed the lives of everyone in America.
And
the world.
Yeah, and that's usually how it goes. Is that it's that outside the box thinking, right? And a lot of people can't even wrap their head around that. The fact that you're going to do something differently.
Well, it's the hardest thing to do too,
Whew.
is to break out of that mold and walk your own path, right? So there's lots of resistance. So that's why most people don't walk that path.
Yeah,
It's a lonely road.
I guess so. it is, if you're dedicating your life to something that you know everyone's going to hate, but you believe in it so strongly, you're like, no, fuck the rest of this world. I believe in this so strong that I'm going to go through it no matter, everybody hates me. I know that in the end it's going to work.
And in the end they'd all come around, and that's the whole thing. At first they're shouting you down, and
Yeah, interesting.
kind of funny.
Yeah, so we got a bit of a crazy scenario on our hands rolling around globally, though. I feel pretty happy to be on Quadra right now.
I'm always happy to be on Quadra.
Yeah, right? Yeah, definitely. I was supposed to be going to Newfoundland.
Oh, yeah.
I had a flight booked here March 26th, I believe. Vancouver to Toronto, Toronto to St. John's, St. John's to Toronto, Toronto to Vancouver.
Got a baby coming up. What do you
Got a
up to?
baby coming up.
Flying around?
Maybe we'll
It's
have
a big
to.
no-no.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to call that off.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Well, actually, we already did. We officially yesterday did the official posting of the event poster with the postponed on it. So, it's amazing just to see the you call it the trickle down effect, basically, right? Am I really worried about getting sick and dying? Not particularly. I definitely don't want to get sick and die, and I don't want anybody that I know to get sick and die. But is that the thing that's really going to affect us most? Probably not. It's going to be that trickle-down effect of,
It's going to be the economy, buddy.
It's going to be the economy.
It's actually already affecting people.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
Because people are panicking.
Yeah.
I just saw a post from some guys who have a martial arts gym in Vancouver, and they're like, do not cancel your subscriptions because the gym won't be here when you want to come back and sign up, kind of thing, right? And so people panic, and it's important to not do that.
Yeah.
So when you panic, it actually creates like fight or flight symptoms in your body, and so all the blood is being pumped away from your brain and your organs and into your arms and legs, and so you're probably even more susceptible to be getting sick.
Exactly, because your stress
Because you're
level's
so
so high.
panicking,
Exactly.
and you can't think properly because all the blood's going to these other places. And I actually, the other day, I was thinking about this thing after you popped over, gave me some kindling, went to the store to get some hash browns, or something, and something else, and no toilet paper.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
And so I started thinking about it, and I always like to think about things psychologically.
Sure.
And so, like, when you get into this fight or flight panic mode, usually it'll constrict. You won't be able to go to the bathroom or whatever because you're in this panic state, or some people piss themselves. Like in a war situation or extreme stress situation, there's the opposite effect. And so maybe these people are just like so panicking, like in a subconscious level, they're like, we need toilet paper.
We're literally shitting ourselves.
Yeah, like that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone else say that, but it's got to be this fight or flight symptoms from
Yeah.
people just panicking.
Yeah.
Because there's rice, you need food.
Yeah.
They're buying all this toilet paper, and I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
And so I thought about it the other day after I come in here to Quadra, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was a little shocked to see that.
Yeah.
I heard it was townies that came over and did it.
The
so
townies
made
came
me-
over
made
and
me
did
feel
it.
better. Made me feel better.
Of course it was. Rolled out. Here, Quadra's got TP. We're going.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell's going on here? Even on Quadra.
Crazy. I was just chatting with my stepdad. Actually, he was looking for some cleaning products at the janitorial shop in town because he's got a big studio. They got to keep their studio clean.
Yeah.
He was looking for some cleaners, and he asked him. He's like, "Oh, do you got any Lysol spray?" No, should have been here a month ago. He's like, "We do have toilet paper though. We just had a truck roll in with 25 pallets." He's like, really? He's like, yep. He's like, 20 of them are spoken for, but if you want a case, he's like, oh shit. So he picked up a case. He's just like, fuck.
It's the panic.
Might as well, right?
I don't understand. I don't think there's any other reason.
Yeah.
These people are just not thinking.
Fight or flight, Seeing all the stores and everything emptied out, pretty ridiculous. But, it could get real. We don't even know. We're kind of living in this. We've never had to deal with anything like that being locked down.
Well, I remember they missed a gas shipment to the gas
Yeah.
station one Tuesday. Wednesday, there was no gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how far we're on the fringes, right?
Exactly. Well, this Tuesday they're going to be ordering gas, so they're going to order a little bit more, or they can order a little bit, It's kind of like
They can only get their whatever.
141 on Quadra, 85 in Calgary. the fuck is going on?
Getting gypped.
Right? But,
'Cause
you
we
know,
got nice weather.
talking about this, what the fuck's going on in that pipeline? Is it going through, or I haven't heard a word about that.
I haven't seen Trudeau since he got reelected.
Right.
Honestly, where has that guy
Where
been?
the fuck has he been?
He's probably patient zero for this outbreak.
Yeah.
Him and they're gallivanting around. They come back. They've been in hiding.
Yeah.
The guy is probably patient zero. He's so embarrassed to admit it.
Yeah.
You know, they're looking for this. Who is this patient zero? It was his wife,
Yeah,
probably.
his wife.
Buddy. There should be some, you know, a slap on the wrist for everyone. Minister of Transportation, Minister of Health.
Yeah.
Should be all getting big spankings. I tell ya. They'd be losing their jobs.
Yeah. Speaking of Minister of Transportation, I did post on the Quadra Rant and Raves, didn't even get approved. Maybe because I had some profanity. I said, clean that shit up or sweep that shit up. Coming down the hill here, right? Coming down the hill, right at the bottom of the hill by the cop shop there, gravel all over the road. I don't know if you've seen that, right? So, and I've seen a few times where people have stopped there and they've skidded like 20 feet because you're coming down the hill, you put your brakes in and you just slide. And I was coming down the hill today, it's like 4 vehicles lined up at that intersection. I was like, fuck, if I wasn't paying attention and braked on that fucking gravel, slammy. I was just like, shit, man.
Riding that brake down that hill, buddy.
Yeah, I'll sweep that shit off though, man. It's like, fuck, it's been there weeks. Piles of gravel in the middle of the road. Anyway, minor shit in the world of thing, but I was like,
raves, nice.
Yeah, well, I posted it, but didn't even get approved because I think I had too much profanity in there or something. My kitty litter post got approved. Do you see that?
No, I don't follow it very closely.
Yeah, it's fucking horse shit is what it is. Yeah. But basically, across the road here, I've been walking down to the beach for 5 years of me being in this shop, and right on the corner of the Pidcock Hill there, right at the intersection, there's a ditch. And somebody's been throwing all their used kitty litter in the ditch.
Yummy.
For 5 years. Every fucking time. So now it's getting to the point where this kitty litter is like climbing up the ditch. And I'm just like, man, this is getting fucking gross. So then the part that would put me over the edge is I went the other day, Third Eye fucking walks through it. I'm like, get the fuck out of there, Third Eye, gross. Then I look down and there's some little night slippers. So clearly the cat had shit on the buddy's slippers, and he's like, fuck, I'm just tossing it in the ditch. I'm just like, bro, the fuck is this? So I did a quick...
Shame on you.
Yeah, so I did a quick Google, too, because I'm like, I don't want to be the guy fucking posting this shit with it not even being legit. I'm like, is it legal to dump kitty litter in the ditch? Super illegal.
It's fucking spreading disease, you
Disease, gonna taint the water, fucking nasty. So anyway, whoever's doing that, somebody over here, fucking stop. Gross. Next. End of rant.
This is like your own rant and rave.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much why we started this fucking quadcast here.
That's pretty good. I haven't seen the one with Jeremy Collins too. That
was funny. Yeah, so we got
sure
Jeremy was on there. He came in with the sunglasses and dreadlocks and everything. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, Barb and Jeremy both on there.
Yeah.
We just need Vaughn.
I know, we need Vaughny boy on there.
Tie it all together.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about firewood, business, as usual.
Exactly. Well, locals growing up on the island, you know, it's a really interesting perspective here. You grew up here your whole life, eh?
Yeah, I moved here when I was 10.
When you were 10?
Yeah,
okay.
So most of my life.
From where your folks moved
city.
from? Where'd your folks move from?
Guelph.
From Guelph?
Yeah.
Did they drive across?
I drove across and my mom and my sisters flew.
You drove across with Dad?
Yeah.
Okay. So he took like
all the shit
in the trailer. Wow.
Stuff.
How was that drive?
That was all right.
You remember a bit of it?
It was a bit weird leaving like your whole house and family and everything. I remember driving away being like, oh shit, I guess we're just going.
Guess we're going for it, holy.
It was a nice drive though. We went through Montana, down through the states and stuff
nice.
like that, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So they had bought this property and moved straight there? Did they get a spot in before?
No, we stayed where Steve Zasky lives now on the shortcut there, across from like Bradshaw and them kind of.
Okay, yeah, in the bay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fergus and someone used to live
And then they lined up their property they're in now?
Yeah, they had the raw land but had to get like it cleared.
Oh, okay.
Get a house built.
Yeah.
The log frame.
That's that house Shout out to Paul Renda on building one of the coolest houses on Quadra.
They brought the log frame from Courtney.
Oh, really?
And then they piece it together,
Cool.
and then that's when then you do the drywall and
Yeah,
the roof
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
I love that
off
place,
of that.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
and
up
then
on a rock too, right?
Yeah, on a rock, and then
Mhm.
and then they built on an addition with like another room and my room above,
Mhm.
and then another addition. So it was a bunch of different additions and stuff. And,
Oh, it's a classic
But-
Quadra house,
yeah, it's
right?
pretty cool.
Yeah,
On a rock.
yeah,
That was
rock.
also neat.
Yeah.
Just climbing on rocks. I came from the city, so I was like, oh, I had like a tree in my backyard.
Yeah,
One tree.
one
And I
tree.
was just climbing that fucking
Wow.
thing day and night, and then coming
Best
out
thing
here.
your folks could ever do for you, hey?
Pretty cool, eh?
That's sweet.
I'd
So.
have SARS right now if I was back there.
I think the SARS was a couple years ago,
Yeah,
but
it was. This is SARS 2 or whatever.
SARS
2 cough.
SARS 2.0,
coronavirus.
yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yes, I'd have some.
have something. Yeah, well, it would have been, if they didn't do that, it would have been a whole new perspective. Did they have your sisters then, or would have
Yeah,
been?
they were 2 or 3.
They were 2 or 3 when they moved over. Wow, hey, moving the fam. So did they have any
Moving the
connection
fam.
to Quadra? Or what was the
Yeah,
connection?
they knew Michael Pulford,
Okay.
and he is the guy that picked out the property.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's Matt Pulford's
Yeah,
dad.
something
Yeah,
dirt,
cool.
dirt cheap.
I
Probably.
think that's a Matt Pulford.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it is actually. I got a little graffiti tag back
Yeah,
there.
There you go. Shout out.
Shout out to Matt.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, Hope Spring Road, it's a cool area there. Have you actually checked out the Hope Spring right on the hill there? Have you ever seen that?
I don't know. Just in the creek there. Or?
Yeah, so when you're going, you go past Hope Spring Road, and then you go around the corner, and you just start to go down that really steep hill.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side, in the bush there, I don't know if Van Ordens are going to chat me telling this, but there's a spring in there. And
Yeah.
there's like a big roof cover, and it's kind of like a pit type thing in there, and it's full of water.
Huh.
It's kind of a neat spot. I don't know if they modified it back in the day to be able to house that. It must have some kind of modification, because I think there are some like water lines running out of it and stuff there. But
Crazy.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
didn't know that either. Yeah.
Learn something new about
About
the place
Quad-
you live every
Yeah,
day.
exactly. Quadra has so many little hidden gems, and I haven't even been to every lake on the island. It's
No.
just like, it's funny when you tell people you live on Quadra Island, I feel like they picture like a little island like this with houses all the way around and little
Right,
docks
yeah.
coming off. Right, like, whoa, how could you
Like
do
the
that?
size of the cove or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly. A little Harriet Island or whatever, right? It's like, but I would like that house on Grouse Island when you're leaving town on the
Oh,
right
yeah?
there. That I actually got a tour of it.
okay, I painted one of the houses in there one year.
Okay.
I'd boat across every morning.
Yeah.
And go and paint it.
It's
Just the one that you can see, basically.
the main house.
The house like,
Yeah.
right there. And then there's another house up the way, I think.
Yeah, there's a little
further
rental
up.
cabin, or not rental, but the little guest cabin or whatever. I was actually jet skiing by there 2 summers ago, I guess it was. It was the last summer. Anyways, I was going by and I looked up at the front deck and the door was open. And I was
Okay.
like, that shouldn't be open. So I pulled my jet ski up on the beach, walked up, hello? Nobody around. Peeked my head in the door, hello? And I looked down, ooh, mink.
Oh.
The mink had made it in there. I was like, uh-oh. Shit. I didn't go in her house too far, but I was like, uh-oh. I've been in houses with mink before, and if you scare them, they can get like, rah, they get all
Fucking
crazy.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Czar fought a mink one time.
Oh,
Remember
really?
Czar the
Yeah,
dog?
the dog, yeah.
That was wild.
Fuck.
That was a crazy fight. It was like a fight to the death.
Yeah, they're
It was a mink.
crazy, those little bastards.
Yeah, I finally got him separated, and he like swiped at me, and I was like, "Fuck you, bro! I
Really,
just saved
eh?
your life."
Fuck.
Czar he was old, but he was tough. He
Yeah.
was whipping this thing around,
Yeah, sweet little dog.
screaming. But Jesus, you can't go anywhere without getting in a fight. He's like one of those friends that
Yeah.
like picks a fight with everyone
Yeah,
before he goes.
exactly.
He's like, "What are you looking at?" Ah. I'm like, bro, we're just having a nice walk on a beach.
Fuck,
Seriously.
that's funny. Yeah, so I ended up, I talked to Jay, the harbor manager there, and I was just like, hey, you got a contact for this lady or anything? So I got a contact for her, and I sent her an email, and I was like, hey, just so you know, I went and checked out your house. Pretty sure the mink have made it in there. I was going to close the door, but I didn't want to trap them in. She was like, oh, shit. So anyway, she said she was coming out, and she came out like 2 weeks later, a week later kind of thing, and she called me, and she's like, oh, I want to come over and have a tea. Thanks for telling me, and I guess they did get into the back bedroom, and they had nested in like her spare bedroom. She was thankful it wasn't in her master bedroom. Right. It was just in like the kids' old spare bedroom, and they'd made like nests in the bunk beds. Super gross. She had to get it all out of there. It was. Yeah, exactly right.
They got spread diseases too. I'm sure these things.
Ugh. Yeah.
Stay away.
Stay away. Yeah, I saw. What did I see? I saw a picture of Julie Glaspie rolling back. She made it back to the island. Our internationally acclaimed sculptor. I saw a picture of her.
They let her in.
They let her in.
Who's in charge of this? I'm saying.
I know.
She's coming from Bangladesh or somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I saw her. She was walking. Somebody sent me a picture of her walking off the ferry with her mask on.
Yeah.
And obviously taking
living in a bubble.
Living in a bubble for the next couple weeks, right?
But who's letting these people in? Love you, Julie.
Yeah, love you, Julie too.
Tisk government.
Not the only one that's returned from vacation.
Oh, they're just coming all over here.
They're coming all over the place. So, actually, speaking about Julie, though, we do plan to have her on the Quadcast after a 2-week quarantine's done. She'll definitely have some stories to tell. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, but super happy to see her back. That would have been a terrifying experience being stuck in one of these foreign countries. I have a bunch of friends right now that are stuck in Spain. There was it was called Spanibus. It's the biggest weed expo in Spain or in Europe. And it was supposed to be happening last week. And a bunch of my friends went over. Shouldn't have gone. They got stuck. And now it's all closed borders. My buddy's was watching his Instagram. He's locked up in his hotel room by himself, kind of thing, right? He's like, yeah, I'm a little sketched. I got lots of money though, so I'm good.
Good.
But it's like, fuck.
Yeah, Harold's in Germany. I don't know. I haven't heard if it's
yeah.
It's good there.
Shout out to Harold Richter.
Just got his new comic in the mail.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Mad Dog's Missions.
Yeah, that's sick.
Pretty good.
That's sick.
Waiting for episode 2 here.
Did you read it or what?
Issue number 2. Yeah, it's good.
Nice. I did send him a message saying I wanted a copy, Mr. Harold.
Yeah. Go onto his website.
Yeah, can you order it on there or what?
You go onto his website, send him some euros on PayPal.
What is it here? Let's bring it up so we can get I'll have a little look-see.
Just look up
Harold Richter.
Harold Richter, Mad Dog's Mission, something like that.
Is it T-O-R? Richter? Yeah. Dogs.
We'll
see if it comes up here.
Set up here.
Yeah, on the Facebook, Harold Richter.
Harold nailed it.
Still recording. Happy with that. Yeah, I've actually been following Harold's music career for years. He's been one of my if you go look on my iTunes like top played list, a bunch of his Axiom tracks have been like so inspirational for me working in the shop over the years or whatever, right? Oh, here we go. We got the print sample of issue 1 for Mad Dog's Mission. So I just put in where can we buy that? Can we buy it here, Harold, or what? Where can we buy your comic?
I don't know. He sent me a link. I can send it to you sometime.
Okay, yeah, we'll get a link. Send Harold Richter a message. He does have a Facebook page set up where you can check out the preview of his comic. That's Harold, Richter.
Cover too, eh?
Yeah, super cool cover. He's one of our local talents that has now gone international. He's doing some sweet artwork over in Germany there.
I got to the second page when I was just looking at it when I first got it. Couldn't sit down and read it at all, but I was already hooked then. Just seeing the time that it took place in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Super cool. So, shout out to Harold, man. Thanks for being an inspiration there, dude. You do some sweet shit.
There you go, Harold.